Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Athletics Kenya, live coverage of the National Athletics Championships, National Trials for the World Championships to be held in Budapest. And right now we have the 10,000 meters on your screens. Expect plenty of action here, of course, as these talented athletes try to book a ticket to Budapest. Of course, we're looking at a very, very interesting final here at the Nyayo National Stadium. Remember, it's day 2 of this one. Expect extraordinary lineup of track and field stars who leave no stone unturned, focus for glory. So in the lineup, Grace Lobiach, Nowuna, Margaret Chelimo, Kipkemoi, and on your screens right now is Ruth Chepngetich, coming in a time of 14:36.70. Also watch out for Irene Cheptai, Edna Jebit, Catherine Anamangole, and Pauline Korikwang, who is also in this race. So welcome aboard. This is the 10,000 meters final. So they head into the third lap of these 10,000 meters. So wherever you are, welcome aboard. It's the final day of the trials for the World Athletics Championships to be held in Budapest between August 19th and 23. Ruth Chepngetich still in the lead, a very, very talented athlete, closely followed by Sandrefis Chebetue. Ruth Chepngetich still in the lead.
Good morning to all weather, and welcome to another day of athletics here at this amazing Nyayo National Stadium, officially opened in 1984. 1983 is the letter of it.
Remember the reigning world champion Sifan Hassan will be hoping to retain her title. She won in 2022, that is last year in Oregon. Just taking you through
the women's half marathon when she ran 64 minutes, 1 hour, 4 seconds.
In last World Athletics Championships.
And she's here today to try and get us good in the women's.
It was Letesenbet Gide who beat Helen Obiri for gold in the 10,000 meters. Remember Margaret Kipkemboi won bronze in that run. The last gold medal for Kenya came way back in 2015 when Vivian Cheruiyot beat Gelete Burka. And remember, Vivian is a double world champion, having won her first gold in the event in 2011 in Daegu, China, in Daegu, Korea, sorry. So in 2009, Lynette Masai won gold for Kenya. That was in Berlin. But the first gold for Kenya came way back in 1997 when Sally Barsosio beat Fernanda Ribeiro to clinch gold in the 10,000 meters during the Athens Games. So this is a day when we see the likes of Ruth Chepngetich, Pauline Korikwang trying to outsmart each other to earn that ticket to Oregon. So this promises to be another great day for Kenyan athletics. So if you are joining us now, we are live from the Nyayo National Stadium, and this is the 10,000 meters.
We saw our win the Boston Marathon this year. In this same group, we have Betty Chelangat, we have Agnes Netich Chebet, Jana Chebetich, Naomi Chepneno. They are all there. Remember, the first two runners will automatically qualify for the national team to Budapest. And the third runner will of course be left to the panelists who will choose that last slot to make the Kenya national team. Some fans have been asking me, how did we get here? How did we get to these national trials? Athletics Kenya did 5 weekend meets, 5 open weekend meets where anyone from any organization or individual competes in the weekend meets.
Ruth Chepngetich still in the lead.
Athletics championships that we had a few weeks ago. And then we get to the trials. So we had weekend meets in Thika. We went to Mombasa. We went to Kisumu.
Of course, Helen Obiri, the World Championship silver medalist, not in this race as it was anticipated. So the likes of Sela Jepleting Busenei. And right now you can see Ruth Chepngetich still in the lead.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate these young ladies. We have 20 laps to go in the women's 10,000 meters.
The 28-year-old Chepngetich still there, but now in the lead is Sheila Chipkirui. There are long strides, hoping to use that to her advantage, of course. I was talking about Ruth Chepngetich, born on 8th of August in 1994, specializes in road running and of course competes in the marathon. She was the 2019 World Marathon Champion and won the Chicago Marathon in 2021 and 2022, that is back-to-back. The personal best, of course. She holds the third fastest time in the half marathon, born in Kerich, of course. So Sheila Chepkirui in the lead at the moment with her long stride. Sandra Felix Chebet also there, but that's tired legs already. Sela Jepleting Busenei, the tallest of these athletes. Also watch out for Irene Jepchumba in bib number 145.
Rebecca Mwangi, still there. Rebecca Jerry Mwangi. Irene Jepchumba. 14 laps to go in the women's 10,000.
Judy Chepsakony also trying out. 14 laps to go in this one, the 10,000 meters women final.
National Police Service, they are all still there, and everybody's wondering who is going to be the winner of this race. Remember, all these ladies, each of them have a passport inside their pockets. They all have a passport, meaning they all have, at some point in time, made some races out of the country. They all made some races out of the country. These beautiful ladies, let's appreciate them as they come.
That's Rebecca Wambui, still in the lead. Of course, if you're joining us this day 2 of the trials for the World Athletics Championships. It started yesterday here at the Nyayo National Stadium. It was very, very chilly yesterday, but today the weather quite warm, calmer, and of course a little bit of sunshine here in Nairobi. Remember the last gold medal in this event for Kenya in the 10,000 meters, of course, came way back in 2015 when Vivian Cheruiyot scooped gold. Her second, of course, in the World Championships. But right now we are looking at the likes of Rebecca Njeri, Sheila Chepkurui, Betty Chelangat, Sela Jepleting, Pauline Kaveke Kamulu. Still packed, nothing much to separate these athletes. It's the 10,000 meters final, 12 laps to go.
She won Nyayo, she was in Boston, she won several of them. She was also the winner of a marathon silver.
Also said in the lineup, the 400 meters men final, where the likes of Emmanuel Mutua, Samuel Toili Laban, Kip Korir, Kevin Sawe, Boniface Mweresa, Kevin Kimeu, Zablon Ekwam, and Jared Momanyi will be expected to compete. In the 5,000 meters, we have the likes of Nicholas Kimeli, Kip Korir. I'll be telling you more about these amazing, amazing athletes who yesterday beat Daniel Simiyu Ebenyo to lift the 10,000 meter crown. But first of all, it's the 10,000 meters women final, the first event of day 2, happening here at the Nyayo National Stadium. Rebecca Mwangi still leading. Kanais in second place. And of course, Margaret Chelimo, Margaret Loibach Nawona in third place.
The sister to Alice abroad, and we are from Laikipia County. Taking the lead, really. Behind Mr. Kamais,
10.5 laps to go. You can feel the pace slowly starting to get faster. Rebecca Mwangi is still in the lead, just ahead of Lobiach. No one wants to take an early move here. Still very, very, very many laps to go. 10 laps to go.
Basi mita 10 mambo yanazidi kupamba moto, mzunguko ni 10. Tungependa tu kuwafahamisha kwamba
That's Rebecca Mwangi, closely followed by Irene Jepchumba. Jepchumba.
Is here with us, and we are happy to have you, sir, witnessing the national trials for the World Championship, which will be held in
Rebecca Mwangi seems to be in very, very good shape. She's led for close to 10 laps of this race and doesn't seem to be dropping her guard anytime soon. 9.5 laps to go. Rebecca Mwangi, Irene Jepchumba, Grace Lobiach Nowona. All those athletes have a chance to represent the country at the World Championships to be held next month in Budapest, Hungary. Still, slowly by slowly, the gap starting to emerge as they head towards the 9th. That's Rebecca Mwangi for you. That is Irene Jepchumba Kimais. 9 laps to go.
Time of 29 minutes, 32 seconds, 0.53. That is the national record. That was set
Rebecca still in the lead there. Irene Jepchumba battling out for the first position. Grace Lobiach Nowona.
Now in the 7th position. Things are changing now here.
Slowly you can feel the pace is starting to get faster and faster here at the Nyayo National Stadium, and you can now clearly see two groups, actually three, because one is way far behind, and then the second group chasing the first group and they're trying to catch up. 8 laps to go. It's getting faster here at the Nyayo National Stadium. Rebecca Mwangi still in the lead. Rebecca Mwangi still in the lead. She doesn't seem to be bothered by who is following her. That is Irene Chebet, now taking the lead for the first time. Loibach taking second place. Rebecca Mwangi seems to have fallen quite further, but she's really trying to catch up, pushing and shoving there as they head towards that bend. 7.5 laps to go. Remember, Vivian Cheriot still holds the national record, but this, I don't think we are looking at the national record here today. So slowly by slowly it's taking shape. 7 laps to go. Irene Jepchumba. Nowona Gladys now taking the lead. We talked about her long strides. Maybe that's the advantage she has to stretch that lead. Getting interesting here at the Nyayo National Stadium, and that's Catherine Relin Amanangole in the lead. Catherine Relin now taking the lead just ahead of Irene Jepchumba. Irene Jepchumba decides to take matters into her own hands, of course. It is Kamais in the lead. Catherine Relin in second place at the moment. Now it's all about speed, and Relin trying so hard to maintain that second place. But Irene Jepchumba Kimais decides, let's take this head on, as they head towards the last 6 laps of this one. Catherine doesn't want to fall back. She knows she has a chance to represent the country in Budapest in the 10,000 meters. She also has a chance to compete against the likes of Sifan Hassan in Budapest. But first of all, she has to make sure that she clinches top spot and, of course, attain the qualification time. That's Catherine Relin still in the lead here. Remember the qualification standard time for the World Athletics Championships in the 10,000 meters for the women is 30 minutes 40 seconds. So 4 laps to go in this one.
Yes. Taking the lead now, Agnes Chebet, Janet Metic, Relin, Kamais, Margaret Chelimo, Lloyd Patch, Naomi.
In the leader at the moment is Agnes Chebet.
4 laps to go. 4 and Echo. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate them as we have 3 laps to go in the women's 10,000 meters. Let's appreciate these young ladies
as they head towards the last 3 laps of this one. Agnes Chebet still in the lead.
Let's appreciate them. Remember, the world marathon champion is a lady who's running alone in the middle. That's the world champion.
Agnes Chebet still in the lead there. Janet Chepngetich still in the lead here. 1.5 laps to go in the 10,000 meters women final. Agnes Chepngetich still in the lead. born on 23rd of January 2001.
Two laps coming up now, 2 laps.
Also hanging in there's Janet Chepngetich.
Let's appreciate it.
Now it's down to 4. And that is Irene Jepchumba Kamais taking second place at the moment. Remember, there is Catherine Relin and Amalonge heading into the last lap of this one. It's the 10,000 meters final. Agnes Jebet in the lead. Catherine Relin, Irene, the 4. And Kamais decides to take matters into her own hands. Now she takes the lead from Agnes. Peeping over her shoulder. Looking at where Janet Chepngetich is. It's Irene Jepchumba versus Agnes Jebet Ngetich. It's now 1 and 2. Kamais decides to take the lead, heading into the last lap of this one. Agnes Jebet Ngetich still hanging in there. Don't write out Catherine Relin Amanalonge. But it's Kamais in the lead at the moment, heading to the bell. She peeps over her shoulder. And now they take the bell. It's Agnes versus Kamais. Agnes in second place. Kamais leading the way. Irene Jepchumba failing quite behind, but that's Irene Jepchumba Kamais coming in strongly towards the last 200 meters of this 10,000 meters. It is Kamais versus Jebet. The two have really taken this. Heading toward the home stretch, and that is Kamais in the lead. Agnes Jebet trying so hard to come through this one. But it's Kamais who will hang on there to win this one. It is Irene Jepchumba winning that one, with Agnes coming in second. Catherine Relin Amanalonge finishes third. So that's the end of the 10,000 meters. 31 minutes 52.21 seconds is the time recorded by Irene Jepchumba Kamais to win this one. And that's Ruth Chepngetich, the world marathon, former world marathon champion, winning that, not winning really, but finishing this race in 5th place.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's the finals of the women's 10,000 meters, as we appreciate these ladies who have ran 10,000, meaning 10 kilometers. On the track it's called 10,000 meters.
So that's the end of the 10,000 meters women final.
Let's appreciate it. We've seen the 1-2 won by Irene Kamais.
For joining us, it's the first event of the day. And it's all happening here at the Nyayo National Stadium. So Irene Kamais winning that one, Agnes Chepngetich finishing second, and Catherine Relin Amanalonge finishing third.
So we appreciate them. It's not an easy task to run the 10,000 meters. As we appreciate our guests of honor.
So that's the end of the 10,000 meters. The first